Hi, I want to talk about the gift of why. I love the question why, and one of the biggest lies we can tell ourselves is that's just the way I am. Too often we label ourselves and we just accept it, you know, and we don't ask ourselves, why am I like that? Why do I behave that way? Why are those my patterns? Why do I have certain relationships and not others? But it's really important to ask ourselves the question why? Why do I do that? What's behind it? Otherwise we live a really unintentional, automatic, unconscious life, a life that's not one that we choose. It's just a life that's thrown at us. It's like we had just jumped into a river and we're just being flown along with the flow of the water, and we haven't actually made a choice that I don't actually want to live my life that way. So the gift of why is like that hook that takes you out of the river. And it's so important to ask ourselves why. Look at our patterns, even look at our patterns in our family of origin. You know, why do I do what I do? Why do I behave the way I do? Why do I have those relationships? So why questions can be things like, why do I choose the same type of friends? Why do I avoid conflict? Why do I avoid certain types of people? Why am I afraid of whatever it is you're afraid of? Why do I struggle to talk openly with others? Why do I overreact in certain situations? Why am I addicted to, and it can be obvious addictions, it can be unobvious addictions like a workaholic, exercise, shopping. And why do I avoid certain situations? So the gift of why, ask yourself why. For me personally, I've had a couple of questions that I've asked myself that have completely transformed my life. So one was, why do I hate driving in inner city Brisbane? And when I asked that question, God just dropped into my mind that revelation of a car accident in an inner city that I'd forgotten all about. And it completely changed how I drove after I asked that question. Another question I asked myself is, why in that split moment when I'm surrendering myself to sleep, do I have a sense of dread? I didn't understand why there was this dread just as I was falling off into beautiful, peaceful sleep. But when I was 3 years old, my auntie and uncle were killed in a plane accident, and I'm sure that I was told at the time that they have just gone to sleep, and I never saw them again. And that dread that I've felt since I was 3 years old when I fell asleep was this fear that I will never wake up because my auntie and uncle didn't. Another time I asked myself why can't I be courageous and vulnerable with others? You know, that was very revealing to me on when I stopped being vulnerable. And another why for me was, why am I afraid to speak the truth? Why am I afraid to be seen and heard? And that was very revealing to myself as well. So that's the power of asking the question why. And the things that were hidden from me, the things that were ruling my life, creating patterns that I never understood, the power of that's gone. I've had a hook that's taken me out of that river of just living an unintentional life, and I've had such freedom and such revelation that has completely changed how I do things because I asked the question why. So give it a go. Ask yourself why. Thank you.